Good evening, everybody. David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. It is a Tuesday evening. It's 6:30 on the button. Let's begin with La Niña. La Niña has now formed in the equatorial Pacific. La Niña, the opposite of El Nino. So here's how La Niña forms, and we'll talk about what it means for us here as we move along for our winter forecast. So during El Nino, you get these warm waters off the equatorial Pacific. There's the Galapagos, there's Ecuador. When the trade winds are stronger, as they are now, they're going to blow that warmer water off to the west. And it actually allows for upwelling of colder water from deep down underneath the surface. And that upwelling of cold water has now reached the surface. And this is the way it stands right now, with unusually chilly water in the equatorial Pacific. So that is a La Niña. It has formed. This huge expanse of water changing temperature from warm El Nino to chilly La Niña has huge impacts on airflow at the low, mid, and upper levels across the globe. And what it means for the United States in general is this. In general, during La Niña, like we're expecting now, this is expected to last through the end of February, so through this coming winter, in general, warmer and drier across the southern United States, including the Houston area. In general, wetter across the Great Lakes states in the upper Midwest, colder across the northern plains into Montana, a little bit wetter across the Pacific Northwest with a general jet stream pattern like that. Now, again, I say in general because you look at this map and you might think, oh, it's going to be a warm, dry winter. No freeze. Nothing could be further from the truth. During the big freeze we had in February 2021, the one that knocked out the power grid and busted all our pipes, that was Winter Storm Uri. That happened during a La Niña winter. So you can have, even during La Niña, when in general it's warmer and drier and you add it all up, you can have punches of bitter cold air that can bring freezing rain, hard freeze, sleet, and snow. So in general, warmer and drier, but don't let your guard down. We can still have cold air winter weather here. Headlines outside right now as we twinkle on this Tuesday evening. It's beautiful outside. We're going to warm this week, mid to upper 80s by the end of the work week. Strong cold front comes in Saturday night, early Sunday morning. It's going to change everything back to chilly weather. We'll detail that in just a minute. So big changes for your weekend. And then the supermoon is taking place right now. Now, technically it's full early tomorrow morning, but it's near perfectly full right now. And the Native Americans called this supermoon the Beaver Moon. They noticed that this time of the year, the beavers were very busy chewing down small saplings to make their the dams that they would dam up and control the level of the river to make a little lake, and then they would build their den underneath. The entrance would be under the water. They could come up above the the level of the water. They would control that by building a dam. So the beavers are very busy doing that right now. Thus the term, the Native American name, Beaver Moon. I love that name. It's the second supermoon of 2025. And it's the largest appearing supermoon this year. So it's a beauty out there. And we got great conditions to watch the sky tonight and tomorrow. If you can't get out this evening, clear skies tonight, clear skies tomorrow. It will be near perfectly full again tomorrow. And then it'll begin to be a waning gibbous on Thursday. And high cloudiness is going to begin to increase on Thursday with the approach of our next storm system. Although this system coming in, I expect it will be a dry, cold frontal passage. Until then, that area of high pressure sits on us now, and it dominates our weather pattern and keeps us very warm, and it's blocking all the cold air up to the north for now through Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Cold temps stay north, we stay in our warming trend. But that's the front, and it should just be pushing through maybe Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Some of the other modeling I was looking at earlier had this front coming through at sunrise on Sunday morning. So I think it may get windy and much cooler by Sunday afternoon. And then this is going to really open the door to some cold air. These are forecast lows, 7 a.m. Monday morning, 46 in Houston with a strong north wind. You see 30s and 20s across the mid-Ohio and Mississippi Valley there. Oak City a freeze at 31. So this is going to be cold. Coldest air of the season for us. Looks like the heart of the cold air will be a little bit to the east of Texas, but it's big enough to where we're going to get impacted by it, and you're going to need scarves and jackets going into early next week. Forecast low temperatures. You can say we're on this warming trend Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but Monday morning and Tuesday morning in Houston proper, inside the loop, we're 47, 42. When you get low 40s inside the loop, we usually see upper 30s for lows Conroe northward. I expect to see that Monday morning, Tuesday morning. So get ready to bundle up a couple of mornings early next week. High temps, you can see the warming trend, and then Sunday, the transition day with a north wind. We might make the mid 70s, we may not. Depends on how early the front comes in. North wind will have us with highs only in the 60s Monday and Tuesday. I do expect we're going to stay sunny, and I'm not expecting any rain with this, even though we could use the rain, but just the change in the temperature. Outside right now, a cool Cleveland at 59 already. Bush 68, Sugar Land 72, Pearland 69. There's been a little bubble of chilly air up here. You actually had lows in the upper 30s in a couple of spots here from Cleveland up into Polk County last night. And you're cooler again tonight, 59 degrees there, Cleveland, while Sugar Land is 72. Angleton sits on 65. But it's a beautiful evening across the Houston and Southeast Texas area right now. If you are sneezing, elm and cedar keeping the tree pollen count at medium. Elm is 44, cedar is 2. Both those are down from yesterday. Grass is low, weed pollen count is moderate at 24. The ragweed's 24, making up all the weed pollen count is ragweed. Mold is moderate. All right, next few days, the map. Surface high pressure slides east. At the surface, we get more of a southerly flow. That will help to warm us into the mid-80s tomorrow. Then I think upper 80s as we head into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are possible, mainly just warm for us with that pattern. Looking a little further out in time, November 10th through the 14th. NOAA has us drier than normal. Unfortunate, we could certainly use some rain. Wetter than normal out off the west coast, the 10th through the 14th. And then looking at the temperature outlook, we're going to split the U.S. almost in half. Temps are above normal the 10th to the 14th from Texas into the Mountain West. And then they're forecasting significantly below normal temperatures up and down the eastern seaboard from Jacksonville to Atlanta to Charlotte to D.C. to New York as we head into the time frame of November 10th through November the 14th. All right, here's Wednesday. A cool start, 56. 80 by noon tomorrow, and then 84 is the high temp. Have lunch outside, but it's a warm day tomorrow. The extended forecast, there's 84 Wednesday, 84 Thursday, and then 87 on Friday. So it's upper 80s Friday and Saturday, warming up. And there's that front coming in. Again, the timing is still not completely honed on this. If this comes in before sunrise Sunday morning, we may not make it to 74. It's going to be a windy transition day on Sunday. I love these days. Every leaf in Houston is going to get blown around on Sunday with a good north wind gusting 25 to 30. And then you see the result, 47, 64 Monday, coldest morning, maybe Tuesday morning, 42 in the morning. I expect to see some upper 30s north side Tuesday morning. Tuesday is also Veterans Day. So veterans, it looks good for your day on Tuesday. All right, that's where we stand, gang. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.